A good day to the visionaries in the TAC community. Today, indeed, is a historic event that is unfolding in under unique circumstances. As you know, the world is basically stopped because of the COVID-19. Here, while the world stops and the economy is in a disarray, which was designed. I've been saying that since last year. Oxfam reported over 800 million jobs will be lost because of automation and the internet of doing things. Today is just one of those days where millions around the world are out of a job. TAC is not an accident. TAC, the idea, the birth of it, only history will be able to basically applaud us for what we would have done. TAC could have never made a more timely entrance into the global economic composition. I said the entrance of TAC could not have been more timely for a people that is likely to suffer the most as a result of this dismantling and orchestrated dismantling of the economy by the 1%. I said TAC is the ark, the modern day ark for a people that have been depressed, deprived, diseased, and have led to enjoy poverty. Today we count down. And I want to thank all of you. You know, there is a link that you can actually join Mr. Abundance. Oh, sorry. You can actually join Mr. Abundance live in the chat room now. So anybody want to come in the chat room, I think I know how to bring you in. Or I can send you a link that you can, be on the platform inside of the studio. But it is a very rare event. And so we have come together. And so let me hear your comments as well. I said that no one has ever done this. May I say to you, the way how this coin gave birth, no other coin. I said none. There are over 3,000 coins on the market. Yes, good day, Alan. There are over 3,000 coins on the market, but none gave birth the way TAC did. None has its mission, and none can speak of the history of those who are carrying out this mission. To God be to the glory. TAC, we are alive. We thank God. Historical in this generation, over 500 years of financial enslavement is happening in our eyes and lifetime. Hallelujah. To God, to the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. Okay, so we have a couple minutes before we go live. Today, which we have been waiting for, the day which we have been waiting for has come. Let's thank God and rejoice. Long live TAC. We thank you, Mr. Abundance. May Almighty God bless you endlessly, your endless efforts to bring TAC to existence. Thank you very much. And it's all of us in the community that made it possible by welcome. We are hearing. It is all of us efforts that were able to, bring to the realization this dream. Praise God for your life, Mr. Abundance. Blessed be the God of Israel for the community of TAC. Thank you very much. Good morning, the house of Tiashan. The world is open, especially for Caribbean and for African. I like that. I said this is the moment to which Dr. Arikana, Professor Pielo, Lumumba have been speaking about, that we need to come together. We need to take both the crowns and the jewels. And so we are live. May I say to those of you who are watching and those of you who will watch, that we are going live on the exchange to raise the 2.5 million. The 2.5 million is what will basically certify the coin in the marketplace. I did speak to how we will be able to raise that 2.5 million. But we're actually going for 10 million people at $10. And so you can do the math. I said there are too much things in Africa to be done. We have to look beyond ourselves, because if your goal is not bigger than you, then you're not living your purpose. I said it's for this reason you were born. We should rob the world of our talents and the reason why we're here. And so we said that for us to raise the 2.5, because that is our initial target, to certify TAC in the global market. We can do it within 24 hours. We can do it within 24 days. We can do it. We have between now and I think at the end of the year. But we don't want to wait that long, because we have already did what many are dreaming to do. We are already connected to the exchange platform, to which after we would have raised the 2.5 to certify the demand for the coin, then we go live. And going live means the TAC will now be at $1. And so you have bought $20 worth of TAC. That gives you 100. Once it goes there, you have already $100. It goes to $5, that's 500. It goes to 10, that's 1,000. And you would have only invest $20. And so, whereas you can also lose money, we must be able to manage TAC. Bitcoin is not managed by anyone. Bitcoin has no direction, it has no structure, it has no leadership. In TAC, we have leadership, we have structure, and we have a mission, a goal, a purpose, a reason to be doing this. And so we are less than 7 minutes before we go live. You have your referral link, which you can see right here. Right here is your referral link. And so anyone that you send your link to and they purchase, you get 7% of whatever they purchase. And that 7% coins will be given to you the following month. All right. And as I told you yesterday, the way how the system is designed, that your referral will follow you all the way to the trading platform when it is open. So now we're just raising funds to certify the coins. And so those of you who are leaders, you need to help those who do not know how to open their Luna account, their blockchain account, their Coin Mama account, whatever account, so that they can get their coins. Or if you can do it on their behalf, because we do have trusted leaders that will be able to do it on their behalf and open their accounts so that we can meet our target. Our policy of one child, one TAC, one TAC, one youth, we have to employ that as well. Every child must hold at least one TAC. And so we say, if we are able to start at $5, our plan is $10. The marketing plan, our plan in the operation is minimum 10. But that doesn't mean if you have 5, you cannot join. Okay? And it doesn't mean if you can invest $1 million that you should invest 10. No, it's just a basic plan that the average men and women around the world should be able to afford. $10. And so we say each person bring 10 person in 20 days. If all of us do that in 5 months, we're looking at 10 million people in TAC. I am saying to you, no government around the world will be able to ignore us. Our plan is to have all governments around the world accept TAC as their foreign crypto reserve. That is our aim. Institutional investors should hold TAC a part of their portfolio. That is our plan. And our social programs, as you go down to the white paper, you will see, let me go to the white paper. We're counting down. We're 3 minutes, 3 minutes away. And so here is the white paper here. And the white paper, you can see it outlines basically what we will do with our social programs. Let's go down to see where that is. That's it. So here we have the Afro-Caribbean International Gospel Culture and Trade Festivals, the Afro-Caribbean Cup of Nations, Tackle Back Malaria Program. And so these are some of the things that we will do with the funds raised now. And so even at $5, we will basically have 500,000 people. At $10, 250,000. At $20, 125,000 people to qualify. But I like that 500,000 because we want the coin to be in the hands that matters most. Okay? And so let me look at what you're also saying there while we all right. So what I wish, Mr. Abundance, is to be protected by God because you're a good leader. being in Burundi today. Tomorrow I will be in the Caribbean island. That is correct. That is our plan. Finally, we are here. TAC now. Reality. Forward ever, backward never. Once more, financial history. Thank you very much. This is a historic moment. This recording you should keep for your children, because historians will pen what we have done for decades. PhD students shall study us, and your children shall bless you. And so we look at Mr. Abundance, to God be the glory for the part of this historic burial of poverty in Africa and ushering our financial tsunami human race has ever witnessed. Thank you very much, and blessing. Congrats to all the TAC. It has gone down in history that we were the founding members of TAC, being led by God, given Joseph of our time. Thank you very much. Let's go back to the clock to see where we are. Let me celebrate. We're less than 30 seconds to go, folks. Thank you very much to all of you. We have made it. A lot of people thought that we couldn't. All the naysayers, we're saying to them, come on, the gate is now open. This signifies now that we're going live to the public. And after we have raised that money, then we go live for trading. And so thank you very much. Let's count down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. We have made it. We have made it. And so I thank all and sundry for being a part to watch the countdown and now count up, because now we have countdown. We are now counting up, because everything is time sensitive. So we're now in seconds of raising our funds. And so we just want to thank all that have played their part. We want to thank this is a historic moment indeed for us to have watched the live countdown of TAC making history into the marketplace. And so congrats to all TAC. It has gone down in history. Okay, we have seen that, I believe. Okay. It is not common to find a man like Mr. Abundant, a selfless man, not taking success for himself, transparent man, humble man, not greedy. Please celebrate our uncommon leader. There we go. Congratulations to all. I greet you especially Mr. Abundant. I am happy. All of us should be happy. It is a moment that all of us should celebrate. Wash hands, wash hands, wash hands. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, yes, yes. We have opened the door. Greetings to all the house. Greetings to everyone in the house. You have your links. Please send them out so we can now share our referral links. Yes, you can share your links on Facebook, WhatsApp, especially now that we have closed down. I mean, the world has closed down. The world has closed down to effect their evil deeds. And so we have to open the ark to rescue our people. And so while they shut down the economy to implement their evil deed, we have now opened up for business. That is what TAC is, open up for business. And so by the time they're ready for us, we would be in a position, TAC would have been in a position to influence person who understand who they are, who understand their history, who understand what it is to love people and to put country over pocket. Because what we have had with our leaders, it is pocket first, pocket second, and pocket third. And a matter of fact, some of your leaders may not be in your country. Some of your leaders might have already gone to the US and have already gone to Europe, but you don't even know. Some of them, some leaders in your country, maybe their double is acting or their chief of staff, because they're not interested to die with you. They don't give you any facilities. The richest continent on earth do not have medical facilities that reflect her resources. How could that be? That is why we need a change. And we have commenced that movement on TAC. And so TAC will bring all the other organizations that are speaking the same language. Because you see, this is a frequency, and you will attract like-minded people who are on the same frequency. And so you just need, as I said, as you think you become, and as you become, you attract who you are. And so for those who are positive thinkers and millionaires, you realize as they become, they attract their own type. It goes positive and it goes negative. If you want to attract negative people, just develop the characteristics and the attitude and display. Trust me, you will find them. You will find them. And so TAC will find the right people at the right time. We are not desperate to dump our coins, to be given away as they were nothing. Because when things are given to you worthlessly, they are also dispelled worthlessly. And so we are not desperate in TAC. As you have seen in all of the forums, bring in a few dead people and you will get eardrops. Bring in, and so what you will see, some of them have 10, 20,000 people, but they don't even know that they're even there. Some of them, congratulations for this great achievement, Mr. Sylvester, Pastor Force. I think you're in Cameroon. You can't go back to the US right now, my friend. The gate has been locked. But stay safe in Limbe. It is a city that I've been, it's a city that have hosted me well. I have met beautiful people there that basically, saw the light and also need their liberation. I said, TAC will do it for all of us. Blessing from Trinidad. My island down south, Trinidad. That's right. Thank you very much. Nutritional Life. I bless you. The quite of Trinidadians are also in the program. And so the next thing for us to do now is to put that committee together to begin to plan for our first event, our Afro-Caribbean International Gospel Cultural and Trade Festival. And so, oh, by the way, we have also sent out our press release to about near 100 countries around the world. So our press release has gone out this morning to all the media houses in the Caribbean. Some may not do anything with it, but nonetheless, TAC release has been sent out by our Director of Corporate Communication, Mr. Colin Sampson. He has been in the media fraternity for years, a trained teacher, a trained a former labor commissioner, educator, editor, writer. And so he's doing all the background work. And so I will now bring a committee together to begin to galvanize and to make decisions, because this is already done. We already raised the funds. And so we now need to put the things in motion so that the governments around the world can understand what we're doing. Because it's not good enough to say you have a currency. How can you impact lives? how can you involve non-governmental organization, governments, private citizens, institutional investors? How can we do it together? How can we use our slogan, one TAC, one child, one youth, one TAC, to ensure that we reach people? All right. Mr. Abundance, we are born again. Congratulations. Our leader out there in South Africa. Congratulations, Mr. Abundance. We are humbled by your transparent and selfless leadership skills. Thank you for giving divine opportunity to be founding members and partake in this historic momentum. Thank you very much, my dear sister in South Africa. It is indeed a historic occasion. This recording should be kept. Your children's children should see this recording, where a people that have never met from across continent, when they look around for an exit, when they look around for an opportunity to get them out of over 500 years of poverty, of sickness, of diseases, when they look around for such an opportunity and they found it not, they came together and decided that they will create that path and leave a trail for others to follow, because they have saw many shiny objects, many systems that came purporting to love and to respect. They have seen many ships pass with grand plans to rescue them out of Egypt. But as we aboard that ship, because the captain didn't have any compass, the boat wrecked at shore. And there were some boats that came and said that they will respect us for who we are, and that they will honor and take us to abundance. And we all jump on that board with renewed spirit and vigor, only to find out that that boat has already programmed its compass to do a 360 degrees. So we're going around in circles. And so when we think we are at our destination, we are only surprised to know that we are where we started. There were some ships that came and we went on board, but because they were not prepared, when the waters get rough and the wind blew, because the ship was not properly built, it disintegrates in the middle of the Atlantic, and there goes our dreams and our hopes. And so the story must be told how we arrived here. We have been fooled too often. And Marcus Garvey says, anyone outside of your race who are coming to tell you and to give you a plan to rescue us, it is one of his leadership of enslavement. And we have decided that we will no longer wear the title of a global slave. Today, the 30th of March, 2020, have given birth to that system. The child has born, given birth to that system that we now need to create the atmosphere for her to reach the heights where none have reached before, and to create a standard, a global standard for the world to follow. I said, we did it, and you need to be commended, because there are programs that had everything in place and failed. I said, we had nothing but an idea. We had nothing but an idea, integrity and transparency, leadership with a vision, unity of purpose, and we were able to raise funds that we have to ask you, stop. I said, Mr. Abundance had to ask you to stop. Where and when have you ever heard any admin of any business around the world stop people from giving them money? This is not a bottomless pit. TAC is not here to prostitute anyone. We are not here to turn the Tiashans into an ATM machine. We are not here to sink the very people to which we are targeting to add hardship. We are not here to make anyone commit suicide, as we have seen because of failure after failure. I said, your children should know that where we have arrived today, it did not come overnight. There were many who thought that we couldn't make it. There were many who came and laughed, just like when Noah was building the ark. There were many who said that we can't do it. We don't have the leadership. We don't have the intelligence. We don't have the skills. We don't have the know-how. It will never work. Our color does not bear anything of great price. They said, look at your sons and daughters. They're running away from themselves. Look at how many are dying in the Mediterranean Sea, crossing to artificial prosperity. And they have recorded that because of the hopelessness to which they have born, lived, and raised and worked, because the environment is hopeless, our leaders are hopeless, they prefer to die trying than to remain in the continent of Africa. I said to my brothers and sisters, hope gave birth today. I said, hope gave birth today. While the world don't know what to do, there is a people. And so we have our founding members and our founding and associate members, because all of you have contributed, whether to create the coin, to acquire our television and radio, or to pay for our fiat exchange when it comes. All of you have played a crucial role. None is important than the other. I said none is important than the other. We are all in this together. We need everyone. There is none superior. Mr. Abundance is not superior to any one of you. I said that this is not an elite over here and the floor over there. No, we are all in this together. TAC is a ship that when the tide rises, it rises everyone. There is no elites, and Mr. Abundance don't want you to think like Mr. Abundance. I am not here to clone any one of you. You are here to make decision. I am not here to smear your conscience. You are think and be creative. This is not a system of dictatorship. that you have to think like me to be a part of TAC community. No. This is not a clique organization. We are not creating a 1% here, because that is what the world has done. We have lived through that model, and it did not work for you and I. That model of elite structure of 1%, that the 1%, the honey drips in their mouth below the table, not even on the table, and they're satisfied to keep it that way. And so what should have been dripping in the mouth of 100%, it's now dripping in the mouth of 1%. And they will stop at nothing to protect that scam that is going on. They will stop at nothing to protect it. They will die to protect it. But our vision is bigger than that. And so today, sir, as we embark on registering people, making use of Bitcoin, seeing that many people out there don't have access to Bitcoin, how can we coordinate both the people? Speak to your leader. The country leaders, all the countries have executive coordinators. There is an executive organization in all the countries. So speak to your leader. They have a plan already in place. The leaders that I have are vetted. I have not had one complaint of skullduggery nor scamming. Not one complaint from my executive coordinators. They are people of the highest integrity, and it is very rare to find that in Africa. So speak to your leader. If you don't have, they will create the account for you. Okay? Congratulations, Tiashan. Let us start to work. Thank you very much. From Samson Luca, thank you, Mr. Abundance, for being our Joshua in this generation and leading us to the land filled with milk and honey. May God continue to bless you and your family. Thank you very much, Mr. Luke. He's our executive coordinator in Papua New Guinea. You're doing an excellent job there with all your associates, Monica and Rosemary and all of your team. You're doing an excellent job over there. We saw what happened when the children of Israel left Egypt. What should have taken them 40 days took them over 40 years. And 80% of them did not make it into the promised land. Let not this be our portion. Let not this be our record. And so let us now do the needful to go out there and get at least 10 people each within 20 days. We have to do things that we have never done in order to achieve things that we have never achieved. I said your convenience and your conviction cannot coexist. You have to make up your mind whether you want to change what has been designed for us since 1844, 1845 in the Berlin Conference, that they divided up around the globe, change our identity, change our language, and they have milked billions and trillions in cash and in resources and have made us the global slave. And you have some of them now who are coming, want to give us the title of a global fool, as if a global slave is not enough title to carry. They are now giving us the title of a global fool, because as Dr. Lee says, that we have now self-contained ourselves by ignorance, foolishness, and greed. She says those are the three ingredients or characteristics of containment that we have self-quarantined with. That's what she says. And that they can present any ridiculous program and projects and make billions out of us. And they're not hiding it. They are saying it to our face, to our faces. that because we are being conditioned to believe that foreign is better and white is best, that they can do anything with us now. There's no chains around our necks. There's no chains around our ankles to show physical slavery. She said, even though they are loose to make a difference in their life, in their community life, in their race life, they cannot do it because they have no unity. They have no vision. They have no leadership skills. They are like crab in a barrel. They pull each other down. So we can sit and laugh and drink champagne all day. We are not worried by them because they're not intelligent enough to know to do better. And so we keep them smart enough to take our programs and run with it. We made them smart enough to take our programs and create billionaires out of us, but dumb enough to keep them doing what they're doing. That's it. Dumb enough to make us millionaires and smart enough to believe that by taking our program, they can be rescued. That's what they have given us. Thank you, Mr. Abundance. Okay, Luca. History, Rosemary, thank you very much. I think she's also in Papua New Guinea. Yes, and I will conclude all of you have done magnificent, Rosemary. I think I am now dealing with your batch file of 20-something people. You said only 11 of them received their coin. Everybody will receive their coin this week, okay? So I will be introducing a system that, you know, we get everybody. Don't worry, the coins are not going anywhere. We are in this thing for the long haul. You know, we have served all foolishness for so long. It's time for us to take time with ourselves. And so thank you very much from Papua New Guinea. And we also have, good day, Mr. Abundance, please. I want to know, when will TAC come into economy full-blown? TAC will be in full-blown economy when we make it full-blown. 2.5 million we're raising, it goes on the exchange. That is full-blown. And we blow it up from there. That is full-blown. It is very simple. We are already on the exchange. You are connected to the exchange as we speak. Once we raise the 2.5, it certifies. I said there are some out there that made millions from you, and they're promising full-blown economy. Since Noah built the ark, with all the millions, we're still at where we are. That's the boat that we caught that set its compass at 360 degrees. So you always end where you started, not this one. And so as I bring this historic recording to a close, we have watched, thank you very much. Yes, you are. We have watched the countdown of the clock. And it's now counting up. I believe you can begin to buy. If not, give it a few minutes. It's counting up. 28 minutes since we have 28 minutes since we have gone live. Okay, congratulations, Africans, and God bless you, Mr. Abundance. You rescue us in poverty. Long live Tiashans. Yes, all of us did it. All of us did it together. And so in winding down, one way to afford the payment of back office of new member is to buy Bitcoin and pay their back office from your account. This goes for those people who cannot do it themselves. Okay, yes, that's right. So what our leader in France is saying, that you can use your back office Those of you who do not know how to register and your leader, but you know, I don't want what happened in other community. And so leaders in the country must designate person to do that. We don't want everybody doing it. And so please refer to the leader in the country. And so if they told you to send your money to this designated person, every executive should have that designated person or two persons that are dealing with that, so that you know, because don't forget your passwords are permanent, and so people can always go back and you know, and do a lot of funny things. We don't want that to happen when the time comes, you see. So it is very important that you look for credible people, you know, who will do the right thing at all times and not moved by money. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, speak to the leader in the country region. That's right. Go to the leadership in the country. Thank you for your good intentions and teaching for us to know those of our misleaders. Have mercy. How do I invest? A lot of people now will want you to invest with them now, because once you get the link and you signed up, they get coins. So we have a referral link. So speak to Otiashan, because this private thing is over. This gate is closed now forever. What we have done, have sealed, signed and delivered. So there's no founding and associate members now. We are now into that early adopters, the visionaries, early adopters area. Good day, Mr. Abundance. I'm overwhelmed by what is on the ground now. Let me say to you folks, it wasn't an easy journey. Sometimes I even wonder if the people who are creating the coin will disappear in dead of midnight. I mean, there's so many things that go to Mr. Abundance's mind, dealing with people that you have never met, you have never known. You go online, you see their bio, you see the references, people talking about them, and you know, it is a risk. May I say to you, those who risk nothing becomes nothing. I said those who are not willing to risk anything will become nothing. You have to risk in life, and failing is a reset button to do things differently. Because you only fail when you quit. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. And so Robert Kiyosaki says that there are 4 types of us in the world. Those who want to be comfortable. I said you cannot be comfortable, and we arrived at 2.5 million. You cannot want to be liked, because it's those who want to be comfortable, those who want to be liked, those who have to be right, and those who have to win. That's what Robert Kiyosaki says. And so which one are you going to be? Because you can't want to be right, because all the time, you're never. You have to listen. And if you're not willing to be inconvenient, then you cannot expect to achieve your goals either. You have to be willing to do things differently to achieve different results. You have to think outside of that box to which the society, to which your home, the society, and your country has placed you. I said you cannot achieve anything more than what you're seeing by operating inside of that box. For according to Buckminster Fuller, do not try to change the existent reality by fighting the system in place, but rather for you to create the change to which you are aspiring to. You must create a new model. And that is what we're doing. We are creating a new model. And it was Gandhi who says, the changes that you seek in others starts with you. Congratulations to Mr. Abundance and the whole TAC family. Our journey to our new world economy freedom has commenced. It is a remarkable day. To God be the glory. Thank you very much. We need to set the ball rolling by going out to work and let everybody be aware. That is so correct. And so with my final words, I say to all of us, Johnny saying good day to Mr. Abundance, man of the people. Happy launch, Altiations. I believe by now some of our people who are still in mental slavery should take the shackles off of their mind. May I say to you, John, it's not easy to be conditioned. CNN did a study a couple of years ago with some 3 to 5 year old children of color in the US, and they place dollies of different shade, from very black to brown to light brown to white to whites. Some with white with black hair, some with blonde hair. And 99.9 of them chose the white doll because they say that the black one is ugly when they were asked. And so at that tender age, our children has already been conditioned to think of themselves less. Because when you think of yourself less, how can you think of me more? Ask yourself the question. So I forgave those who are still being captivated by being conditioned. It's not easy. Those of us who have been able to break that shackle, it did not come overnight. And so like Paul, they are still believing and doing what they were wired to do with passion, and they will kill anyone who dare to break them out of that cycle. They will kill anyone who try to break them out of that mindset. They will kill anyone who come and tell them that what you have been doing and believing the ideology that you have learned, that foreign is better, is better, and white is best, it's a lie. And that you are not inferior to anyone. But it's not going to be easy. He who controls the media controls the mind of the people. And if you think I am lying, you have children at home, buy some dolls and take them to them and ask them which one is beautiful. Buy 100 black dolls and 1 white, and they will tell you which one is beautiful. That is how we were conditioned. And that is why this child that gave birth a couple minutes ago, the world will not be able to find the formula to feed her. I said the babe that was born a couple minutes ago, that is called TAC, the abundance coin, the world has not yet created the formula to take care of her, because they would have never thought that such a case could have happened in their lifetime, because they thought they had us down. They thought they had all of us down. That ship that is going around 360 degrees, And because as you go around, you are seeing certain things that are unfamiliar. Or you didn't see that ship when you were going. Now you see a different color ship passing. So you think that you're actually going somewhere, when in fact, you are just circling. And so some days it rains, some days the wind doesn't even blow. And so all those environment, you think you're going somewhere, when in fact, you're actually going nowhere. And so may all of us take this as a lesson, that there is nothing that we cannot do in unity of purpose, as Dr. Arikana, Dr. Pielo Lumumba, those who have died to dare try. I said there are many who died who dare to try to create their own destiny. Thomas Sankara, out of Upper Volta, that is now renamed Burkina Faso. He tried, and we saw his fate. Patrice Lumumba, out of the Congolese, he tried, and we know what have become of him. We have it was Michel. It is Michel, out of Mozambique. We know what happened to him, coming from Zambia. We know what happened to him. The Bob Marleys, the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X. We know what happened to them when we don't toe the line. And so this is really a historic moment for all of us. Julius Nyerere, out of Tanzania. Muammar Gaddafi, we know what happened to them. Haile Selassie, they are visionaries. What they have envisioned, we now have the burden to carry. And so I say to you, long live the Tiashans family. Long live the dream of what we have never experienced in our life. Long live our children's children, to be able to understand and appreciate what we would have done. Long live those who even wished us death. A couple weeks ago, one came and says, "You're not going anywhere. You are die on arrival." We forgive those, and we welcome them into the ark. And so I am giving all of those who are laboring in vain, because they know not what they do. And so we say that we are Christians now. We read the Bible. Didn't Jesus said to those who pierce him, "Father, forgive them, because they know not what they do"? I am honestly believed that they don't know what they're doing. Just like Saul on the road to Damascus, he thought he was doing God a favor. And so we have our brothers and sisters who thought that they're doing themselves and their family a favor by not holding up to transparency, by not calling for transparency. They think that they're doing what is best. And so we forgive them, but we invite them also, because it's not us against them. We are all in this together. And so I say thank to the infinite to have given us the wisdom, because he will not come and do it for us. He have given us the intelligence. He have given us all the resources. He have given us everything for us to become abundant. Just like the ocean of water, he gave us that abundance. Whatever you can think of, or you can conceive, the world has it already that it can give to us. And so we say thank to the infinite for keeping us to this moment, that nothing shall befall us, and that we shall reap the fruit from the seed that we have sown in our lifetime, and none shall depart immaturely. And so I say thank all of you. It's exactly 1 hour, and we will end this historic broadcast and keep it on file for your children's children, so that they will never again think that they are a second-class citizen in their own country. Never again will they have to rewrite history, because we have decided, based on our decision, that our homes, our community, our countries will never remain the same. Thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, I am your chief servant, Mr. Abundance, coming live from the Caribbean islands.